Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name's Hector Salazar. I am majoring in multidisciplinary studies with an emphasis on humanities, political science, and also digital media. So, my plans after graduation are, oh man, a lot of unknown. I am definitely feeling called to go to Bible school afterwards. I definitely want to head into seminary and learn as much as I can about Jesus and the Bible and the historicity of it and the apologetics of it. And I feel super called in doing so. It's one of my biggest passions, just leading people towards Jesus and talking about it with them and helping out as much as I can. I wanted to share a quick story. Currently, I work as an eye technician for an eye doctor, so I get all of the patients ready to see the doctor. So by the time they're in the room with the doctor, he has everything he needs, patient history, weight, pressure of the eye, everything that a doctor needs to kind of come to a conclusion of what's going on with the patient's eyes specifically. Um, One thing that I'm passionate about in working with patients, because I'm not necessarily passionate about what I do right now, which is why I go to school, but I am passionate about caring for others, passionate about helping patients out. And, you know, some of the challenges that you face is a lot of these patients have eye degeneration diseases like glaucoma, macular degeneration, and all sorts of things. And some of the times it gets very progressed. It gets to a point where they're not going to be able to see at all anymore. They're going to completely lose their vision. And I have to take their pictures of their eyes and I have to do their testing and I have to do these field vision tests after they already get this news and they're heartbroken. They have vacations that they have plans, they have things that they want to do, grandchildren that they want to see, and to tell them that they're probably most likely going to 100% lose their vision, it can be a very big challenge to even get these tests done when they need to be consoled for feeling so heartbroken. And probably the only thing we could do is just be 100% honest with them and not try to sugarcoat anything. Be with them in that moment. They're losing their vision. They're not going to be able to see too much anymore. It's going to be, a dark world. But thank God that He gave us the ability to love someone and for them to love us back self sacrificially to where they'll take care of you and it'll bring you closer together. They'll love on you. They'll bring you to these appointments and they'll help you. You're not going to go through this by yourself. And vision isn't everything. We have all of our other senses and we have our brain that works and we can think and we can thank God for the things that we do have and thank God that we're able to walk around and even walk to these appointments, drive to these appointments. Not everything is lost. It is a horrible thing. It is a sad thing that we'll lose our vision, that it's going to go away, but there is a chance that we can not lose it 100% completely, and there's always a chance we can keep things from getting worse, and we can enjoy the time that we have right now. And we can't take away we can't take away the pain for that patient. We can't take away the agony that they feel in their hearts that they're going to lose their vision. But what we can do is be honest and be real with them in that situation and tell them that not everything is lost. We have so much to look forward to, and we still have things to do to try to save it. We still have things to do to try to get the best outcome and not 100% lose our vision. And in doing that, that's one of the biggest things that I learned. One of the biggest things that you learn is as soon as you start trying to be polite and say the right things and maybe minimize the gravity of the situation, that's where things will go astray. That's when things get not real. And that's when you're not helping. You're just making yourself feel better. And although it might be a tough conversation, it might be something that's a little bit harsh to talk about with the patient. It's something that needs to be talked about. And you are the person that's there to comfort them. God put you in that spot. And all we can do is be honest. That's one of the big things. And that's not just something that I handle with one patient. That's something that happens quite often. And so you learn to love comforting others. And you know, that's why taking this class would be it's a big deal. You learn how to communicate your thoughts and your emotions a little bit better, and that's one of the things that I want to practice, one of the things that I want to learn in this class is, you know, how to be a little bit more confident, how to have more confidence in what I say and the gravity behind those words. I want to be able to listen better because it's so easy to hear but not listen. It's so easy to nod your head along and not really understand what words are coming out of the person's mouth. And that's one of the things that my mom has always told me too. It's better to listen than to talk. God gave you two ears, just one mouth. So listen more than you talk because you can help far more with that. And that's one of those things that I think it's something that you need to practice. It's, we can hear right out of the womb, but listening is one of those things that you need to practice at so you can be better at it, so you can recall. If you can't recall like a person's name, that's probably not listening. And that's one of those things that shows me that I definitely need to work on it. And the big thing too is public speaking. I need to get better at it. It's a little bit easier when I'm here talking face to face with the camera and it's just me, it seems like. But when you're in public and you have so many eyes on you, for somebody like me who's very self-monitoring and hears the words coming out of my mouth and how they might affect others and how they might land on someone, whenever there's a group of people that all have different ears and all have different perceptions of what they're hearing from me, I almost want to tailor it to every different person, which can be a little bit impossible, and I get a little bit fumbled and lost in my words. So I definitely have to work on it. Definitely have to work on it, and I'm excited to do that in this class. So thank you for listening, and yeah, you guys have a good one.